Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode 8 of Let's Play Bioshock 2. As always, I'm PA, and today we're going to be just wandering around and seeing if we can't rescue 3 little sisters from Dionysus Park here. But first, we have to get rid of this rocket turret. There we go. Alright, so you probably just came from the last episode where we met Stanley, a gentleman of questionable motivation, who wants us to harvest a couple of little sisters or save them. Doesn't really matter to him. Just get them out so nobody finds out whatever it is that he did to Dionysus Park. All we do know is that he's stuck in a little booth and he's got the key out, so... Oh, wow. Okay, my hacking could do some work. All we really know is that he is not sharing any information with us, so... Oh, we got a splicer here. But what we want is some of the treasure. There we go, phosphorus buck. That's what I was looking for. Lots of phosphorus buck. He's going to... Did that just say we only have 2 phosphorus buck? Oh, jeez. What we want is we want to get a bunch of big daddies taken down in this area, since we are going to have to rescue and work with their little sisters. So, we're going to need plenty of ammo, and we're going to need plenty of...
There she is.
Splicers to distract them.
Real cute. Now get rid of the muscle and deal with her.
Apparently that spider splicer just completely failed his jump. Don't know what much was going on there. Goodness. Well, he wasn't that pleasant, but here we go. We've got to take out Mr. Bubbles here because his little sister is going to be our friend soon. To that end, let's go ahead and get out our decoy plasmid. Always helpful, but especially against those big daddies. And then we'll start with some 40 caliber rounds. If you stand up on this stage, there is very little this bouncer can do to hit you. So, you just want to stay up here as much as possible. Eventually he's going to figure it out. But even if he does kind of figure out how to walk up here, he still has a bit of trouble reaching you. And if he gets too close, just toss down a decoy. Now I'm going to use most of my armor, all of my armor piercing rounds actually. That's okay, we'll just finish him off with our 00 buck. And then we'll rescue the little girl. Now, one of the big things through...
Smart. See? You put it to work, and all that atom ends up in you. But you're sort of a silent partner, so that's tops with me.
One of the big things throughout Bioshock has been the fact that you can get memories from genetic memory or something of that sort through Adam. And Stanley obviously doesn't want this, as he's trying to make sure that nobody finds out whatever it is he did. To that effect, that's why he wants the little sisters gone. But, of course, that's going to mean that whatever he did, we're going to find out about it. And if it was anything of ill repute, I guarantee you, we're not going to be too happy with him. There we go. As always, decoy doing solid work. Spider splicers remaining the angry fellows that they are. Oh, get out of here. Don't harass her, come on. There we go. This drill charge is going to do really well taking care of the enemy. But it is going to take us just a little bit to get back all that drill fuel that we're using afterwards. But not too much that we can do about that. At least not at the moment. Eventually, and we might have actually gotten it already, I can't quite remember. We will get a tonic that decreases the use of drill fuel. So, that's pretty helpful. But, as you can see, we just have a bunch of lead heads here and the machine gun ammo that they dropped, allowing us to equip our 40 caliber, or 50 caliber rounds more readily here. Someone just tossed an explosive at me. Where'd they go? There you are. Stay still. Good boy. Now, we got one more harvest with this little sister, and then we're going to be able to find a second. But first, we need to get that Evi bow back. We are running a little low on first aid kits. We're at about half capacity, but that's to be expected. Oh, Spider Splicer. Why are you here? Oh well, I suppose it doesn't matter now. Oh, naturally he doesn't have... Hey, what do you do? No, no, ow! Jerk. At least I'm standing in water, so I'll recover. And actually, this is one of the easiest harvests in the game. Since just like in the first game, if you have any Eve at all, it allows you to cast a plasmid for full cost. So if you're standing in water, what it'll do is you'll cast a plasmid, and even if you're at completely empty on, well, Eve, you can still just keep casting things, and you'll recover just a little bit of health, which will be enough, or a little bit of healing rather, which will be just enough for the game to allow you to cast another plasmid. So it's actually quite helpful. Apparently I'm hitting my own decoy here. He's actually probably closer than me. That's no good. She needs to get away from us, as does he. But it appears our little sister is just about done gathering, so we're pretty much finished here, and we didn't even have to use a first aid kit. Just a lot of 40 caliber rounds. And the curtains go back down. And that's the end of this. Oh, you're a Houdini Splicer. I still need research on you, don't I? Yep. Whoa. Wait, I missed? How did I miss? Where'd he go? Oh, I haven't researched them at all. Goodness. You will have to forgive me, folks. I'm a little bit out of it. Truth be told, I recorded a bit ahead of this in the storyline before, but I completely lost my audio, so starting over from scratch. Now, we'll just go ahead and put her back. There we go. And we're gonna unlock our first genetic memory for this area. And they don't paint a pretty picture.
Father,
Pretty picture.
This atom you found contains memories from all the bodies here. Normally, only a little sister can see them, but I can show you what Stanley's trying to hide. When Mother was taken away, Stanley was left in charge of Dionysus Park. He spent all her money through these mad parties. It was like he was trying to ruin her.
Alright, so we find out that Stanley, the guy who
okay
seemed...
there?
Oh.
Keep your eye on the brass ring, brother. Find the rest of the sisters.
So Stanley, the guy who seemed a bit untrustworthy at worst, and now is revealed to actually be a bit of a untrustworthy dude and a philanderer, and if you find the right audio logs, you'll find out he was also working for Andrew Ryan at the time. So, naturally, because he was working for Andrew Ryan, he'd want to ruin Lamb, because Ryan didn't much like having her around.
Subject Delta's just a serial number, amigo. I did a lot of digging on you for a feature once. They used to call you Johnny Topside. Found the city all on your own in a diving bell. Real shame what they did to you.
So apparently Subject Delta is a bit of a
You
badass in a
mistake my
previous
nature,
life.
Delta. I wish no Adam for myself. Eleanor is the dream, and she needs neither weapons nor parlor tricks.
Whoa, seriously? That didn't take her out? Nope. Nope. No. What? How is that even possible? I was hitting her repeatedly. And yet, that just didn't do anything at all. There we go. We got him at the very least. And now I think the woman's going to reappear. Yeah, there she is. Get over here. Alright, let's hack this health station, since I could use another first aid kit. And I could charge up my health and E while I'm at it. Pretty sure we should have some money around here. Yeah, there we go. I like this song, no need to change it. Now, we're going to go ahead and... got an extra bit of double buck, but... Here we go, a door control. That was... Okay, that last hack probably shouldn't have worked. That was a bit way too close. But hey, it did work, so we're alright. I'm gonna keep auto hack darts on hand just in case I fail this hack. Like that. And that. Come on. Oh my god. Alright, quick hacking. It does eventually work out to your benefit, so we managed to get quite a bit of spear ammo now. But we've also managed to aggro a couple of splicers. So... oh, there you are. Luckily, our electric flesh is going to keep us pretty well healed up in here. We just need to wait for them to come to us. Or if I'm not feeling like a complete coward, I can go out and get them personally. Which generally seems like a bit of a better idea. Now, the next little sister we're going to want to find... get a bit of spear ammo. No reason not to have it after all. Oh, an ammo bag. Oh, I do need drill fuel. I think I'm going to buy a bit of that. Not too much. I made the mistake of buying too much drill fuel on my previous run. Just about nearly bankrupted me, as strange as that sounds, but I did get heavily reliant on that drill charge. Now, there are going to be a couple of enemies in this room, so grab this first aid kit before you head out, and then watch for the ambush. Namely, this person is first in the ambush. I think I'm going to use a rocket spear for this guy. Really? Okay, so apparently that rocket spear didn't hit that person. There we go. That's what it's supposed to do. Oh, much better. And then we'll just get that guy with another rocket spear ammo. The damage boost tonic is really helping us out, or the damage research tonic rather, is really helping us out here, and apparently I cannot fire around this. Wow. You are remarkably tough. Not many people can take a spear to the throat, actually, and then just treat it like it was nothing, but you seem to have it down. So now, we're going to... oh, no. Not what I want to do. Come on. A bit of a weird quirk with the system is that if you trigger a second alarm, it will refresh the alarm's cooldown and the bot aggro. So even if they're firing at you, they may get confused and start flying away before coming back to start firing at you again. Now, we want to head... oh goodness. Okay, so we've got a Houdini splicer down there. No other reason that guy would be on fire. There we go. Gotta charge up my health for a couple of dollars. Alright, this guy is not a scripted encounter, so you can stun him without any research. Research complete. Without any really big benefits to it. Are any of you research targets? No? Alright. Well, I still can't remember the zoom key. Yeah, I cannot remember the zoom key for the life of me, so we're not going to be working with the spear gun for now. And our charge proves as deadly as ever. We're nearly out of Eve now, though, from those couple of attacks, so I'm actually going to go back to the health station behind us really quick to heal up before we go into this frozen area. It is a bit odd, that frozen area, just because it's filled with security, absolutely filled to the brim. So remote hack darts are going to be our friends here. But more than that, just careful planning and not running into situations is going to be our friend here. So, let's head in through the previously frozen door to the Imago Gallery. Or Imago. Whatever it's supposed to be. So we'll get this turret first. There we go. Next up will be this camera, which I think I can just run up and hack. There we go. Now, friendly. That one I'm going to use a remote hack dart on, because I think there's a turret around that corner as well. The camera over in this corner can't see us from a distance, so we're just going to use... oh, there's a turret. I need to hide from the camera. And there's a security alert, so I'm going to just auto-hack that. Turn off the alarm. There's also an extra remote hack dart and auto hack dart. At the very beginning of this area, they realized that you'd be using them quite a bit. Oh, you're kidding me, I failed the hack? It's a waste of a dart. Okay, let's do this. Going for blue bonuses on cameras is kind of useless, but it's just a habit by now, to be quite honest. Oh no! Don't hurt my turret. Don't do it. It's friendly now, you don't have to... You don't have to fire on it. Okay, so one of the disadvantages of having security systems, they have a tendency to get beat up. But on the bright side, while it is getting beat up by the turret, and while the turret is beating it up, we can get plenty of research. And then we can just repair it afterwards. There we go. So that turret's now our friend. We got a couple more security bots coming in, so extra research for us. Though security research doesn't really do too much. It does give you a bonus to your security rating event, or your security damage eventually, but past that I don't think there's much of a benefit to be found. Oh, there are items in there. Now, what's back here? A safe, right, and hardy machines. If you want a tough machine, this is the tonic for you. Hacking a turret or bot raises its max health. We're not going to use that. Just flat out, we're really not. Okay, and I'm actually just going to auto-hack this safe, because I really don't feel like dealing with this right now. Safes in general, because it also gives us full auto-hack darts, I completely forgot about that. Now, we will find a Houdini splicer here. He's going to be in some serious trouble with all the security systems we have around. Alright, now we have a couple extra enemies coming in. So I'm going to want to one-shot them because I completely neglected to hack this health station earlier, but I think I'm going to do that now. There we go. Oh, I think I just beat up my security bot. My mistake. Alright. Oh, while I'm fighting some enemies and don't have much else to talk about, I'd like to correct something from earlier. When I was originally describing Lamb's philosophy and everything else, I called it, I think I called it communism, honestly. But I've been told it's actually collectivism, so, no worries there. I'm not entirely privy to the exact differences between them, but I'm told they're extremely different, so I don't want to spread misinformation. I'm actually going to just shoot down this security bot to get the extra research level. So now I find double the ammo on destroyed machines, and I'm just going to cast Incinerate here to get some extra phosphorus buck and a diary that I probably won't use. So, I think our next little sister is in the J. Fisher Gallery here. So, well, first we're going to want to take care of that Houdini splicer, obviously. There we go. And once more, Stanley chimes in. The guy who seemed like a harmless goof at first is proving to be a bit meaner than earlier suggested. Dang. Coughed up quite a bit of Adam there. That was kind of disconcerting. Should probably get that checked out. Alright, and behind me right now, right after I hack this health station, is one of the strangest but most useful tonics in the game. Or most specialized tonics at the very least. Say hello to Drill Specialist. You can use no guns. You can only use the drill, the hack tool, and the camera, but plasmid cost goes way down, like incredibly low. Once you get Eve Link or Eve Saver 2, and then you equip Drill Specialist, it costs you almost nothing to toss plasmids at all. So once you really have all that equipped, say you use Scout or something like that, then you'll just be able to do a heck of a lot. Especially once Scout is the upgraded security hacking version. So, definitely the Drill and Plasmid Warrior is a build that a lot of people prefer, and I haven't finished researching Big Daddies yet, have I? Could you stop that? Here, have some rocket... Oh, I missed a rocket spear. That's no good. Well, once those explode, they'll do significant damage to him. There we go. Alright, I'm out of rocket spears. Time to just go to the normal ones. And then to 40 caliber rounds. I got an A+ on this Big Daddy for research, which is excellent. I can always use more research. Because I think I'm nearly to the very end of Big Daddy research here. Now, we're just going to adopt the second little sister now. Good, there we go. And we're going to, before that, we're going to go heal up and grab that health kit that I got from the station. Oh no, did I already pick that up? I guess I did. Alright, we're just going to heal up then. Now, we're going to set her down and gather some Adam decoy at the ready. Alright, as soon as she starts harvesting, cast decoy, because that's when the enemies spawn. They'll run after your decoy, first and foremost. Opening themselves up to be real run with extreme pressure. Oh, apparently he didn't die, though. Now, I think there should be a Houdini splicer among these guys somewhere. I could have sworn I saw fire. But hey, we've got some... Oh, we can stop harassing her. There we go. And with all this security around, and with the little sister gathering at top speed, we're really pretty well off. Gonna get that last lead head, and I think that should do it. And by now, we're pretty much just swimming in Adam. It's actually quite nice. Now we're going to heal up really quick, and continue heading out. We've got one more corpse to search with this little sister. And then we can return her. I can't remember if there's a corpse in this room, but I think there might be. Yeah, there is. Alright. But this is another room where you have a handy access to water. So, cast your decoy plasmid and just keep recasting it. If anybody bothers the little sister, that's really the only time you're going to have to move. Or unless a Houdini splicer appears and suddenly decides to ruin your day. Why can I not seem to... Oh, come on, she's gone already? Again? Okay, there she is. I really want this Houdini splicer research for one of the tonics they give later. It is one of the most helpful in the game, in my opinion. Now, this guy's not quite dead, so we're going to give him another whack. And then we're going to take out the lead head that's bothering the little sister. We are running a little low on first aid kits, but this many gathers in such a short period of time, that's just about to be expected. And I'm now out of drill fuel, which sucks, but if I switch to my Electrobolt, I should be able to take out this last spider splicer. And he was nice enough to give me a first aid kit from an organ, so we're all good there. Well, obviously we're not entirely good, we're still only sitting at 2 first aid kits, and considerably less health than I would have liked, but you'll take what you can get. Now, we need to take her back to a vent. I'm just going to heal up and grab this first aid kit before we head out. And then she'll, with the atoms she gives us, we should be able to afford quite a few cool plasmids.
Adam is Rapture Delta, the finest minds of paradise in a single sublime mosaic. Eleanor. Consider the genius you deny her with every stolen drop.
Alright, and as she's been laying down hints the entire game, Lamb is planning to put all of the minds of Rapture into Eleanor, because it was supposed to be the best of the best of the best. Taken down here to live, so if if nobody can care about their fellow man properly when they're different people, what about when they're all the same person? Makes perfect sense, right? Right. Come on. Drill fuel? Rivets. Don't really need that, but... Oh, I really need to stop spending so much on drill fuel. Oh, have I even gotten the upgrade that reduces the amount I spend? I don't know that I have. That's actually a big mistake on my part. Now, she did drop an explosive there, so I was going to be a little bit careful. Now, we can get gene tonic slots, we can get all sorts of cool plasmids. What sorts of tonics do they have right now, though? Almost nothing. Okay, that's great. Absolutely wonderful. Winter Blast. I think I might actually pick up Winter Blast, because I think I'm going to be finishing this game with a drill run. And the drill is incredibly powerful. Once you get the freezing plasmid along with it, just about to the extent that you'll never have to use anything else. Freezing drill especially, which I think I've already gotten the tonic for way earlier in the game. So I'm going to unlock another plasmid slot here. But I don't have anything to equip right now. So for now, telekinesis, but we're going to immediately equip Winter Blast instead. Winter Blast 2 is a bit more powerful. And has the advantage of being able to charge up to freeze your foes in an ice block. One of the greatest parts about getting the rank 3 of each plasmid, though, is the fact that once you do, it doesn't matter if you've charged it up or not. The rank 3 has the rank 2 upgrade as the base, and then has a rank 3 charge attack which does even more, if that makes any sense. So we're going to put this little sister back. She's going to give us a bit of extra Adam, and I think this is also going to be a reward from the little sisters at the Gatherer's Garden. Oh.
That's me there.
Ignore the hacking overlook on screen.
Said I'd tell Mother what he had done. He panicked, took me away and sold me to an orphanage. I tried to fight back. I remember biting his hand, but... Father, he's the reason I was turned into a little sister.
Alright, so Stanley growing a little bit less and less reputable with each passing memory log. Not only is he a philanderer and a generally scummy person, he's also the reason that Eleanor was turned into a little sister, so that's just even more. Alright, so now we get a new tonic, which is actually really good for us. Demanding Father. Makes the gathering go more quickly, so I'm going to get rid of Hacker's Delight for that. I could pick up Scout. It allows you to walk around just throwing out plasmids. But for now, I don't think I'm going to be using it too much.
Now, you were just a deep-sea explorer with iron cojones, pal. The public gave it a nickname, but Ryan was sure you were a spook, so his people locked you up. Erased your damn name. Goodbye, Johnny Topside. Hello, Subject Delta.
Alright, a little bit of backstory for us, too.
Alright.
Johnny Topside, the man we used to be.
Palooka and grab the sister.
Yeah, I'm already doing that, Stanley. Be quiet. Johnny Topside was turned into Subject Delta by Andrew Ryan.
And we're divvying up Rapture's bounty, you and I'll be holding court on a private island, son. Think of it. Each world power on bended knee, holding a bouquet made of money.
Can I not rescue the little sister while someone's talking? I guess not.
The girls you've saved from Mother want to thank you. Check the Gatherer's Garden.
Alright, and this is a bit of a weird thing that pretty much only happens in this area if you progress too quickly. Because there are a bunch of speeches that people want to say, Sinclair wants to talk, Stanley wants to talk, Eleanor wants to talk, it's going to actually start queuing up individual people talking to you. And eventually it's going to get to everyone, but it takes a little while, so you may just be sitting around waiting for everyone's talking to finish. Let's hack this Circus of Values. Oh, also, something interesting I found out just earlier today. Apparently, Circus of Values aren't supposed to be this quiet. I thought it was maybe, you know, we're here years later, even the Circus of Values systems are broken. But it turns out the only reason they don't give out their characteristic, welcome to the Circus of Values, is because, of a porting error. So, you don't have to deal with the sound of Circus of Values because someone made a mistake. So, kudos to that someone. It was good to hear for a while, but after that while, it started to get a little bit old. So I'm gonna just stand in water and actually bring the splicers near me with decoy, hopefully. There we go, yeah, spider splicer right over there. Oh, wow, he actually managed to hit us anyway. We're going to Ice Blast him, and as you can see, you do lots of damage, and they're completely frozen while you do that. Now, frozen enemies, you can shatter by dealing enough damage before they thaw out, but even if you don't, they'll still take massive amounts of damage while frozen. So, it's a pretty effective plasmid for that reason. Now, a bunch of splicers... See, she's already done. That's how good the Demanding Father tonic is. Already done gathering. We barely started. The splicers barely had time to do anything. But we do have to go get the splicers that were hiding up here. Now, the only disadvantage to freezing enemies and then taking them out is the fact that you don't get any loot from them. But given the fact that once we start using this combo, you really don't need any ammunition, the only thing that you might start to... Ow! Did you just throw a plate at me? Who throws a plate? But given the fact that you're doing so much damage, you're really not going to need things besides Eve hypos as much anyway. So, might as well just pick those up as often as possible. And especially if you start using the Drill Specialist and Eve Saber 2, you're just going to be absolutely having no troubles. So there is one more body we have to gather from, but I don't know where it is. I think it's somewhere around here. Let's go. Oh, it's right here. Okay, it was closer than I thought. So we're going to gather from the final body here. And that's not going to take too long at all. Short enough that I think we'll actually just be able to fight this outright. I'm going to keep an eye out for Houdini splicers, though. Oh, hey, speak of the devil. Oh, he thawed out fairly quickly. Where'd he go? There we go. And Drill Charge pretty much one-hit kills these guys when they're frozen. Just like the Lightning and Charge do. Now there's the guy I'm researching. Okay, so freezing him got me the increased damage research bonus, so that's fairly helpful. And I think that's it for gathering. Yep, we just have to take out all these splicers now. But between our insane damage and the fact that there's water around, that's really not going to be a challenge at all for us. Now, what is going to be a challenge, though, is, remember, this is our third little sister, and every 3 little sisters, you find a big sister. So we're going to want to put her down in an area where we can defend ourselves, which I don't think is going to be this way. Where is the way I want to go? Let's see. Have I really not accessed an area here? Huh. I suppose I'll have to explore right before I head out. But what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to head to Imago Fine Arts, where we were before. Cohen's collection of fine arts. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Oh wait, this is Cohen's area? Really? God, I didn't get enough of him in game 1. He has to come back? I didn't even notice that when I was first walking through here. Oh dear. So tell me then, what is through here? Is this just the area we were coming from in the first place? It is, isn't it? Alright, forget it. I'm not going to explore this way. So let's get to Imago Fine Arts. To get there, we're going to go... right? Yes. We're going to go up the stairs and then around the way. Because all those security systems that we have are really going to help us with our fight against the Big Sister. We just have to make sure to stock up on first aid kits beforehand.
Through Adam, Eleanor will become the daughter of the people. A true utopian. Brilliant beyond measure, but utterly selfless. As she ascends, Delta, you and I will seem as dogs, circling and snarling amid the afterbirth.
Thank you for that image. That's absolutely wonderful. But obviously, Lamb doesn't think much of us. Lamb doesn't think much of Eleanor. Lamb probably doesn't think much of Lamb, to be completely honest. She just seems to care about the good of the people, so... yeah, we'll see how well that holds up when we're knocking on her front door. So, there is a secure area in the back here. One of the biggest benefits to having the... and one of the reasons that we're going to be using the Ice Blast Plasmid over the Electrobolt, one of the biggest advantages to it, that is the fact that even if you deal damage to the enemy, they still stay frozen for a set amount of time. Now, if this is a very small amount of time... oh.
With me gone, Father, Stanley just let Mother's followers turn into animals. When word came that she was returning, he knew they would blame him. So he found a way to silence them all. And now he's trying to cover it up.
Alright, Stanley Poole. Jerk.
That's it.
Person of
Now
ill
all that
repute.
old dirt stays
Reason
underground,
Eleanor
and Lamb will
is
be
a
none the
little
wiser.
sister.
Hey, come on
Mass
back.
murderer.
I've unlocked the train for you. But remember, if Lamb catches you...
Yeah, and
mum's
this
the
is what I
word.
talked about with all of the text having to catch up. Big Sister isn't going to come for a couple of seconds here.
Delta, our conflict of interest seems to be upsetting Eleanor. For her sake, I have made it clear to these men that you are not to suffer. I accept full responsibility for any anger you may experience before you die.
Alright, so she sends a couple of splicers after
Doc Lamb's
us,
turning up the heat, Chief. Head on back
Sinclair
to the train
tells us to
station.
come
Let's
back.
hit the trail.
and then I think the Big Sister will finally spawn. There it is. Alright, now I think we're going to want her in the main room here. It's going to be easier for us to dodge around these corners, and we'll have access to the health station. The only thing is, we're going to have to keep a wary eye out for splicers. If any of them appear, we absolutely have to take them out first, since they can heal her, simply by existing and getting killed by her. So, it's time to fight her. And it sounds like one of our security devices did already spot her, as well as our camera. That's amazing. Now, if we freeze her, which we can, we will continue to deal damage, and heavily increased damage at that, using our drill. It's actually one of the only ways that you can take out larger enemies, such as the Big Daddy and the Big Sister. Oh my goodness, healing those things takes Eve. I completely didn't realize the cost. I thought it was just free. I should have known better. Stop that. Goodness. She does not react too well to being hit with a melee attack. What is she hitting now? Oh, she's taking out our last turret. We should probably try and make sure that our security alarms stay online at the very least. Now, this fight is actually going fairly well, all things considered. Oh, security bot. All things considered. Winter Blast is doing its job quite well. Is that a splicer? Now, if you do freeze her mid-harvest, it does still stop her from healing, so another reason that Ice Blast is an amazing plasmid. Like you needed many more at this point, I've already been explaining them to you for long enough. Why our camera can't seem to spot this Big Sister, anyone's guess. Or maybe it has already and I'm just not paying attention. But yeah, there's a security alert going. So with that, Big Sister's going to go down. We're going to get 2 extra Eve hypos, extremely useful considering how many we just used on that fight. And then we can move out. The drill is completely empty on fuel though, which, again, not something that I like. I do want to get an upgrade for that at earliest convenience, but for now I'll just fill it up to half, because we are going to be running out of money early in this next section. There are not a lot of drops and there are a lot of enemies, so you want to be extremely careful, and you want to use your regular melee drill attack whenever you can. And just remember, if you've gotten the upgraded ability where... oh. You I'm going to drill charge. Oh, I missed. Really? I missed? Okay. If you are getting low on Eve, you can use... was that another Houdini splicer I heard? You can use health stations to fill up your Eve if you've equipped the same tonics that I have at this point. Just, namely, the one... what was it? Cure-All or something of that sort that made health stations do that. But I'm just going to break this one for now, because I don't want any splicers using it. I don't want to spend the time hacking it. Ow. Jerk. There we go. Now, enemies do have 2 different health bars when they're frozen, as you may have noticed. Something I'm going to bring up very briefly here. It's a frozen health and a health. If you break the frozen health, they will shatter. Any damage to the health stays after they unfreeze, though. So, just something to keep in mind. And enemies are usually slightly easier to freeze than they are to kill outright. Oh. Looks like I managed to hit the second spider splicer when I charged the first, which does help quite a bit. Now obviously you can't deal damage to enemies in water with lightning the same as you would with Electrobolt, but I think that the benefits more than outweigh the consequences.
Betrayal here, and had forgiven him. But in compromising Eleanor now, he seals his fate. You see, it was Stanley who turned you into Ryan. He is responsible for what you have become. The security booth is open now. You may have your revenge.
Now, Lamb fully expects you to take advantage of this, and they keep ramping up.
Lamb knew? And she just let me hang myself out the... Oh, God. No. Come on, pal. The train's ready. Just let me live.
Now, Stanley does not face death with dignity, but truth is, he's not going to be facing death by our hand at all. We're leaving him be. Being stuck with a city full of splicers is punishment enough. And with that, we're going to head out of this terrible, terrible area, and into an even worse one. Fontaine Futuristics. Headquarters of, slight spoiler, the villain of the first game. Lair of what is arguably one of my favorite characters in the game, as insane as he may be. And, admittedly, one of my favorite sections of the game. So, I'll see you all next time. This has been PA.